Your favorite song isn't just entertainment. It is a precision tool. One that physically reshapes the architecture inside your skull. When a beat hits, your motor neurons synchronize. Dormant memories unlock. Sound waves collide with your auditory cortex and trigger a cascade of chemical reactions your conscious mind has absolutely no control over. Music doesn't just move you. It rewires you. The moment sound enters your ear, it sets off one of the most complex chain reactions in biology. Sound waves hit your eardrum. Vibrations travel through three tiny bones, the smallest in your body. They reach the cochlea, which converts vibration into electrical signals. Those signals race up the auditory nerve and arrive at your auditory cortex in under 50 milliseconds. Faster than the blink of an eye. But here's what makes music different from any other sound. Speech activates primarily the left hemisphere. Environmental noise activates limited regions. Music activates your entire brain simultaneously. The auditory cortex processes the sound. The motor cortex fires, which is why your foot taps without thinking. The limbic system, your emotional core, floods with activity. The prefrontal cortex begins analyzing structure and anticipating what comes next. No other stimulus on Earth produces this level of whole brain activation. Not language. Not mathematics. Not visual art. Only music. Have you ever felt a sudden uncontrollable chill when a piece of music hits exactly the right note? Scientists call this Frisson. And it's caused by one of the most powerful reward chemicals in your brain, dopamine. As music builds, your brain begins anticipating the next moment. It predicts. It expects. And when the melody delivers something slightly unexpected, a chord change, a key shift, a rhythm that breaks the pattern, your striatum releases a surge of dopamine. The same chemical released when you eat, fall in love, or survive danger. A landmark study at McGill University found that listening to music triggers dopamine release in the same brain regions activated by food and sex. Music isn't just pleasurable. It is hijacking your brain's survival reward system. And it does this by exploiting your brain's most powerful ability, the ability to predict the future. When that prediction is beautifully violated, you get chills. Rhythm is different from melody. Melody speaks to your emotions. But rhythm speaks directly to your motor system, bypassing conscious thought entirely. This phenomenon is called neural entrainment. When you hear a steady beat, your brain's neural oscillations synchronize with it automatically. You don't decide to feel the rhythm. Your neurons simply lock on. This is why music is one of the most powerful tools for movement rehabilitation. Parkinson's patients who struggle to walk can often move fluidly when music plays because the rhythm bypasses the damaged motor pathway and drives movement through a different neural route. The beat literally rewires the command signal. This is where it gets extraordinary. Music doesn't just affect your brain while it's playing. With repeated exposure, it physically changes your brain. Studies using MRI imaging show that professional musicians have measurably larger corpus callosums, the structure connecting the brain's two hemispheres. Their auditory cortex is physically thicker. Their motor cortex shows greater neural density. Their cerebellum, which handles timing and coordination, is significantly more developed. And this isn't exclusive to musicians. Research from Northwestern University found that even passive music listening in early childhood accelerates language development, reading ability, and auditory processing speed. The brain you build while listening to music is structurally different from the brain built in silence. Perhaps the most extraordinary demonstration of music's power comes from Alzheimer's research. In patients where memory has almost entirely collapsed, where names, faces, and decades of life are gone, music from their past can unlock something remarkable. Familiar songs activate the medial prefrontal cortex, a region relatively spared in early Alzheimer's. Patients who can no longer recognize their own children can sometimes sing complete songs from their youth, word for word. Music memories are stored differently from ordinary memories. They are embedded deeper. Connected to emotion, to body sensation, to identity itself. This is why a song from your past doesn't just remind you of a moment, it returns you to it. You don't just remember. You re-experience. You are not the same person after listening to a masterpiece. Your neurons have fired in new patterns. Your dopamine has surged. Your motor system has synchronized. Your memories have been touched. Music is the only force on earth that reaches into every corner of the human brain simultaneously and leaves every single one of them changed. The next time you press play, know that you are not just listening. You are reshaping your mind.